Let's continue on to the next thing. Okay, the defensive nature of the organization of the French army. I thought we were going to go on from here, but integrity, the ingenuity of the outnumbered German adversaries, and the rapid collapse of the Polish resistance all contributed to ending the Saar offensive before it could even begin seriously to threaten the western German border. Okay. So we have victory. And we're going over to the Polish front, which I anticipated. Operationally, I think the French were capable. Strategically and politically, I think they would have broken down. Yep. Hello, Bobster. Yeah, there's a lot, like I say, there's a lot of what ifs there and a lot of I'm not sure's, of course, as I was saying. The British had the mindset to do it. The British Army could have done it. The British Army can't do it without significant support from the French. I mean, have, like you talk operationally, strategically and politically. The British could have pushed. 38, they just weren't built up and ready for it. But in 39, early 40, they were, and they could have. But not that they would have been successful, but they had that mindset. The organization politically would have been able to do so. But without the French being able to follow up and follow along and be a vigorous partner. The one thing you have to remember, Britain cannot win a continental war. It just can't. And I'm looking at it from the 17th century, the 18th century, the 19th century, the 20th century. Britain cannot win a continental war. Now, it can support continental allies and be the key factor to victory, like we can see during the Napoleonic Wars, in which Wellington brings the British Army into Spain with Spain's support. Now, Spain's support is anemic, but it is still support. But even that doesn't create a victory on the continent. It's only Napoleon destroying his army in Russia, and that does it. And the British and Wellington are constantly aware of where's the ports? Where are the ports? Where the hell can we get out if we start seeing a massive, like the Grand Armée? If Napoleon decided to, instead of starve his troops in Russia, decided to starve them in Spain, and that's what would have happened because Spain didn't have the food to support the Grand Armée, and the infrastructure in Spain is so bad he can't logistically move. You have to understand, and I'm sorry if I'm talking about other wars right now, but there are no rivers flowing from France in navigable rivers, because the Pyrenees are there. You can't, the mountains. There's no rivers flowing from France into Spain, so you can't use water transport because those mountains are there. You can't effectively use wagon transport because the Spanish roads are atrocious. Napoleon spent years improving the French road system, but Spain it's completely broken down mess. The only way you can support large forces coming into Spain is with shipping. Britain is controlling the both coasts from any major amounts of food shipping, but Napoleon could move his army in there. That would have forced the British to withdraw, and they would have withdrawn. Maybe a brilliant fighting withdrawal, good defensive battles that Wellington know how to fight, and then coordinate with the Navy where to bring off where to lift off the British Army, but they did not want their main army destroyed. Napoleon could have driven them out of Spain. Now, that doesn't mean they won Spain. It just means they can't can't use the ports because of the British, exactly. So, they can't hold Spain because the guerrilla activities and all that with a huge army, it's going to starve. they could try to wear it down for a long time, and without constant British support of material, which sometimes just as basic as food being shipped into the starving Spanish populace, to, muskets and flints and all that kind of stuff being supported to the various, whether it's guerrillas or to the various Spanish armies that keep getting beaten but sort of surviving and falling back. Without that all collapses. And so without the British support, both on land, both with army and navy support as well as logistical support, Spain will collapse to France, but it's still going to be a long garrison struggle. So that's just illustrating Britain cannot defeat Germany. Britain cannot defeat France on a continental war. It needs a serious allies, whether it's the Prussians or the Austrians during the Napoleonic War, or France and the Russians during the World War II. Now, of course, they've lost and won World War II and World War I. Of course, they've lost the Soviets in the first part of this as a potential ally, and France eventually collapses. But they can hold on. They can do this sort of British Napoleonic type strategy of, hey, we're going to just stay out on our island and high wave over at the continent and keep our ships at sea and keep Germany bottled up. And Germany cannot decisively win a fleet engagement to take out the British. They can try a U-boat strategy, which comes close, but they just don't have the naval building capacity to build enough fleets, because Britain will use it has I would say effectively two fleets. One sort of the home fleet, the other fleet spread around the world. Now, of course, if Japan comes in and sinks enough of the British fleet, and the Germans decide to suicide whatever, if they had a fleet in World War II, proper fleet, suicided into the British Royal Navy, but really Germany can't. So that's sort of the situation as I see it on a strategic level. Okay, back to playing the game here. Just a moment, my general. I'm getting the final confirmation now. Hauptmann Wagner dons his radio headset, and they do some nice looks. Okay. Lieutenant, are you still there? What's happening? The person on the other end of the line is speaking panic tones. Your reinforcements have arrived, Lieutenant, but I need coordinates. Sounds like an explosion can be heard before the line goes dead. Lieutenant, respond. Lieutenant Hauptmann Wagner tosses aside his radio set. Damn it, my general. It's clear major Polish counterattack is under the way. It's up to us to respond. Primary objectives hex reclaim, and then defend 2 victory hexes. I guess maybe both of these here, or these maybe. Oh, maybe come up and get these two. These are bonus. Reclaim and defend 4 active or victory hexes. Here, bonus is raid here, which doesn't mean hold, it just means go and take it briefly. Without precise information, we must assume the worst. The Polish are attacking across the length of the Ruza River. We must halt their breakthrough before they threaten our fire drive on Warsaw. The more crossings we can bottleneck the enemy at, the easier it will be to contain. I'm afraid I cannot give you information here on where the enemy waves will be assaulting. We'll have to think on our feet and move fast to respond to the situation as it develops. There is one piece of good news, though. The Polish Air Force is already crippled by the Luftwaffe efforts, so we should expect very few enemy aircraft to contend with. Victory for Germany. Okay. End of briefing. Okay, we have at least one more military commendation, lightning attack. Okay. So immune to all types of fire support. Very nice. Okay. Now, we've gotten word here, so we'll have to try to do the setups before starting. the stream, but you get to watch now. Okay, what we're going to do here is move these anti-air to the reserves. I'm going to see about maintaining the sort of better dual function anti-air, anti-tank, but which will give us a few slots here. And what we're also going to do here is that is Adolf Gallen's aircraft, so we're going to move this one also to reserves. And going to come over to our reserve units. And we're going to, let's see, let's move this out from the reserve. And also this. Okay. Undeployed units. So now we have at least one fighter, which he's Gallant here. If you don't know, comes in and he's heroes. You can see here, super, an Uber pilot here with his aiming assistance to any next adjacent friendly units, which that means ground or air. So theoretically he's flying around, or his crew is, his squadron's flying around reporting what the enemy's seeing. So we're going to keep him, and we will reinforce him up there. Now let's look here. Okay, we have a bit over here. We want to take that. And we want bonuses to come up here, but we want to take this here. Okay. I guess they would like us to raid up to here, meaning conquer that, but don't have to hold it. They'd like us to take these, but we have this river to sort of try to hold them with. Okay. Now, we have lots and lots of points, so let's see, is there any sort of upgrading to be done now with our 38Ts? Not really. A bunch of older captured stuff. We got some Sharpies from the last mission, I think. We're not going to use this. Okay, I think we're going to stay with because these are going to be basically not as good. And these guys are left over from Spain. One thing I really like about this game is that I can, with some of these units, continue to try to make them elite forces through the skills, putting in the leadership. Okay. Maybe we'll expect some Polish armor, but they don't have heavy armor. Okay, well, let's build some. Okay, where are our air bases? There. Okay, I guess it's here. So let's. Yeah. So we want to be somewhat. Okay, well, no, here. I think we'll be able to hold this. So let's deploy these guys here. Centrally located. Bit of a city there. Pioneer. Okay. One over here. Let's put in the Azul infantry. They have particularly their special unit, particularly good urban combat capabilities. Pioneers also have that to a degree. We will want some. Well, let's. Okay, because we want to be more flexible here. We're going to upgrade just to trucks, but we're going to upgrade to trucks. Upgrade to trucks. Something to push Sue over there. No, I want regular infantry here to move on these. And reconnaissance. To figure out what's going on up that way. Okay, now. Maybe a raid up through here as well. Okay. No, nothing really better. I'd rather keep them. Armored anti-tank. Maybe something like that. Okay, let's move these guys. Hey, just 2. Let's see, is there something we can switch out for 2? Man points. Ooh, bridging pioneers. Do we need that to get across someplace here, maybe? Instead of battling our way across there? Yeah, that could be useful. Yeah, get them out of here. Let's go back to undeployed. And over here. See, I want to upgrade these. No, they're still just trucks. I wanted to see if I could upgrade that to half tracks. We've got, yeah, let's put our other tank over here. That's just an anti-tank weapon, which is not as good with this game. Do we have self-propelled artillery by any chance yet? Yes, we do. Okay. I think we can upgrade here. Let's take a quick look here. Okay, better killing for infantry, not as good for artillery. We're coming out of 105s. Okay. And we're going to infantry guns. 150mm infantry guns. So, yeah, okay, so not as good anti-tank. Range, 1 less on range. But a lot more movement. So yeah, I think we will grab, we'll upgrade to this. Also a lot less shots, I think. Where's ammo? Yeah, half as much ammo. 3 instead of 6. But it does allow a lot more flexibility here. 2 guns here, 2 artillery pieces. Just 1 over here, so yeah, we'll stick this over here. I'm just wondering about that Flak 88. I guess we'll keep it. Such an iconic weapon. Hopefully we'll get some use out of it. And so let's elite replace. Just check. There isn't. Yeah, there isn't anything that's better for it. So we'll put that down here. Now let's save this. Okay, so we're going to resume game. That's all we can deploy currently, and I have no idea whether this is a good deployment situation or not, but we will try it out. That's why I made the save, so if I wanted to go in. Oh, some of the heroes, that's right. Okay, it's the one that. Okay, we already have 2 heroes here. Wish they didn't use so many Luftwaffe portraits. I know they look nice, but yeah. Assign a hero here. Okay, lightning attack. So all supporting fire is ignored. Now, even that's a Luftwaffe. I don't know if they just had a big cache of Luftwaffe portraits or they really liked the uniform or something. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I know I have strange sort of what failings are in games like this. Now we'll just come here. Oh, I should have moved the reconnaissance up next to him. Oh well. There we go. Get some artillery I see up there. Okay. Hey, for Oaken Shield. We want to blast these guys. So we have 2 artillery pieces right here. Ready to do so, and they look like they are a heavily reinforced unit. Now, yeah, we'll escort first turn here. Oop. Uh-oh. Okay. You're not going to attack, you're just going to hang out. These guys will attack here. I think we're going to risk these guys because they did say the Polish Air Force is basically non-existent. You come up. Oh, they've fallen back. Very nicely done. Let's head that way. Now over here, you come up here and command the high ground. The engineers, the grenadiers. Went with the grenadiers first because they got mass attack, and these will still get that. And it looks like, is that an anti-tank gun? Well, no, I don't care. They got their butts kicked. There it is, looking for my reconnaissance cars. I wanted to get over here to see what's going on. You come up, support them. Give all of them anti-aircraft support. Out of range, which we knew that that was its weakness. Maybe these guys should have moved more over here. I'm not sure, but I was worried about that bridge location. Right, okay. Missing the action, trying to zoom in here. Counter battery fire. Okay, skilled support, plus 10% accuracy. Right, okay, well. Hey, Polish people. Polish anti-aircraft gun. Being an anti-aircraft gun. Yeah, looks like it'd be the better option. Okay, they can't quite get there, neither can they. Hey, thanks for following. We really do appreciate it. Lots of good streamers here. Streaming a lot of good games. Okay, you guys come up to here. They can get to there. Okay, they have no artillery support. That's what I was worried about, that they might have that. Ouch, these guys got hurt bad. They can stay right where they are and won't reinforce. Move the grenadiers up. Okay, well that worked. Yeah, we'll hold the bridge. Not my favorite job. Now we're going to hold behind the bridge. Maybe we come around this way and hit them in the rear. Just remember, I do want to try to not so much push here, but push over in here, I think. I think. Well, how far up here can we get? Yes, I see the armored cars there. Now that we got that, we can come here. Somehow they're encircled now. Well, still sort of encircled. Okay. Still don't know how that works. Okay, well.